let me post some links. Also, I'm going to apologize if you hear playback sound. Playback sound. Ooh. So yes, no static. Perfect. Where's the share button? Copy this. I don't want to watch this. I just want to copy the description. Edit. Come on. And it's being a little bit slow, sorry. Hey there, Dave. I'm just quickly adding my description in here because it won't let me copy and paste it whenever I'm doing it from my phone. So I just do that here on the fly. If I remember to not close out of things. All right, there we go. All set up. So, this week's fun story. I was about 5 minutes ago, I was getting ready to set up for this live stream, and I wanted to clear off some space on my workbench. And there's a bunch of trash, so I decided to throw it in the trash can, and I nicked myself on a staple right on my hand. I ran upstairs real quickly to grab a Band-Aid because I have no clue where they are, as a responsible woodworker should. Don't know where anything is. Yeah, it sucks. It wasn't really bad. It's not really deep. It just started bleeding. It's annoying. It didn't hurt. It was just kind of like a quick ouch. I need to cover it before I get blood everywhere. So I run upstairs and go, Kristen, where's the first aid kit? She goes, under the sink. And then she pauses and goes, what did you do? I'm just like, oh, I just stick myself on a staple, throwing stuff away in the trash. And I wasn't even doing anything exciting. I was just throwing things away. And it just happened. There was a blister pack that was stapled, had staples around it, something cheap I got from Harbor Freight. And I threw the packaging away and happened to nick myself on the staple. That's this week's excitement so far. But also this week, I actually got to play with my machine this week, which was very exciting because I haven't really had time to run anything that I wanted to do. But one of my girlfriend's family members is being deployed soon. I can't remember when exactly he's being deployed, but I end up going home, seeing him one more time before he is deployed, and I was making him a sign this week. I pretty much a quote. Let me look at it here. It's still up on my screen so I can see it. Excuse me. This is why I normally do Streamlabs, but I didn't like fussing with that this week. But what it was a America without her soldiers would be like God without his angels. And then I had a little flag, kind of, there's like a tilted flag, and it had like a little kind of a neat little flag I liked. Yeah, Dave, you saw that up on Content Creators. But I got that all finished up this week. I I asked my girlfriend if she wanted me to paint the flag with the stripes and the blue around the stars and everything, and she said no. Just keep it. All I did is I sprayed it black, sanded it down, and then stained it. I don't have the stain here. Actually, I do. Also, this week I figured out I'm using my lapel mic. The last time I tried to use it, I tried to charge my phone at the same time, and that's what was causing the static noise. So, I can walk off the camera, and you guys will still hear me, as long as I don't pull the camera. So, I have this little stain sample here. And I hate this light because it distorts the color too much. That's closer representation. Right here, I did this stain. It's a little bit darker than a gold oak. Came out really nice on the sign. Come on. Turn around. Get on my whiteboard. Ouch. Ouch. Hey, Kevin. Skipping the nap today, yeah. I really wanted to take a nap today. I don't know what it's been lately. I've just been super tired and hungry constantly. I just want to eat and sleep. I don't know why. I don't know. Like I literally ate. I had a 6-inch sub with a bag of fries for lunch. I ate it, and then I was immediately hungry, and I wanted something else. I had a honey bun, and I felt sort of content until about an hour later, and then I was like, okay, I'm starving again, and I ate another honey bun. I haven't quite embraced the nap yet, but I can see it coming in the future. Yeah, I'm an old person in disguise, I swear. I'm exhausted. I don't know why. I sit at a desk all day and I stare at a computer and I'm just tired constantly. I have no idea what it is. But what else did I do this week? Oh, because I was on the topic of talking about how I'm constantly hungry. So the last 2 weeks, we'll say, I've been trying to cut back on caffeine. Not soda entirely, but just caffeine. So I feel like if I'm getting caffeine, I will drink caffeine-free Pepsi. And I get that taste. It tastes just like Pepsi. So to hopefully trick my brain to feel like I'm having caffeine when I'm not. On your butt makes you tired. I'm at my desk 8 hours a day. Yeah, see, I'm at my desk for from I've been getting in closer to 8. So from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. I come home and I'm normally sitting down here or I'm sitting up at my desk upstairs. But the last few weeks I've been trying to cut back on caffeine, and that's been going much better than I thought it would. And I'm not sure if that has to do with my extreme lack of energy because I'm not hopped up on caffeine 24 hours a day. I was hoping it'd help with my sleep because normally when I cut caffeine, it helps with my sleep. That hasn't helped. I literally have one 16-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew in the morning. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, no, I literally have one 16-ounce bottle or 16.9-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew in the morning, and I don't have any more. So ideally, I should be sleeping better, but I'm not, which is frustrating. I never see. I get headaches when I first start quitting, so I'm not sure if that's what you refer to as you don't get headaches. You stop getting headaches. I'm not sure if that's what you meant by that. But on top of also quitting caffeine, okay, exactly. I am also trying. My girlfriend and our neighbor decided they both want to lose weight. So they downloaded a fitness app that tracks their calories, tracks their exercise, and all that. And I've done that before. And as long as someone's doing it with me, I do very good. My issue is my girlfriend tends to start bringing back in junk food, starts bringing back in soda, stops exercising with me, and then I don't have self-control, so I start eating the junk food, start drinking the soda, and then I get lazy and don't want to go to the gym. Wait, what? A competitor, if you want to say that. But yeah, I need someone to go through it with me. Otherwise, it don't work for me. Well, hopefully, now that my girlfriend also has our neighbor doing this, hopefully that'll keep both of them motivated, and it'll keep me motivated to keep going too. So we just started that today, and due to this nonstop hunger that I'm having for some reason, I'm pretty much already over my calorie limit. I'm pretty sure that's going to push me over. Yeah, I think I have like, if you look at my calorie limit that the app gives you, I have like 300 calories left for the day, and there's 210 in that bottle of soda. And I haven't done any exercise today, so I could technically regain calories, however you want to look at it. But maybe if I go on another walk, and that was something I did yesterday. Excuse me, I was debating on doing that live today, going on a walk. We went up on a walk up to the overlook again by my house. Curves hunger. No, you're not getting it, so you're getting hungry. That's what I have always figured, that there was something to do with the caffeine, but it's just miserable because I'm just sitting at my desk hungry. Hungry days that I don't have coffee. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like not like I want a snack. It's like I want like 2 additional meals through the day. Hunger. Like, I'll eat, and then 2 hours later, I'm, like, starving again, like I didn't eat at all. It's kind of annoying. So hopefully, I'm going to slim down a little bit in weight, because I weighed myself last night, and I'm up to 303 pounds. So, hopefully I can start cutting back a little bit. I really need to cut the soda in general, but yeah, I know, it's to go protein, not carbs, and that's my really bad habit, is I tend to go carbs. I have trouble finding high protein snacks. That must be nice, Kevin. Oh. Not helping. No, it's not like I have. I don't have a problem with snacking normally. I think like Dave said, the lack of caffeine maybe, and it's just making me starving constantly. But what was I going to say? But yeah, no, that's pretty much been my week. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about my walk. Yeah, we went up to the overlook that overlooks Pittsburgh. I can't remember if I shared the pictures that I've gotten up there on Content Creators before or not. And yes, Dave, I have been drinking a lot of water. Where I live, my street is nice and level. But if you want to go, like, we can go down the end of my street. I live on a dead-end street, so you go down to the other end of the street, and you get to the intersection. You're going up a hill this way, you're going up a hill this way, okay? Well, if you turn here, it's before it starts going uphill, there's another intersection, and you're going downhill over here, and you're going downhill over here. So I am, like, in this little bowl, almost, that just kind of, I'm actually in the middle of a hill, but it feels like a bowl. It's weird, because I have to, it's just, yeah, it makes walks hard. We'll say it just makes walks really hard. Because it's not like light hills. It's my app said my total elevation increase on the walk I took last night was, I went up 0.4 miles, I think is what it was. So almost a half a mile just walking up a hill like this, almost. And then we got the other hill. We walked straight for a little bit up at the top of the hill, and then did the U down another street. So, and then it was almost the same degree down. And when you're 300 pounds and you're not used to that, your legs, I feel it. My legs, they hurt today. I'm not used to those kind of walks. I don't know if I'd classify it as a mountain, exactly. Maybe a small mountain. A member of the Belly Club, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd classify as a mountain. There is like state parks with actual hiking trails and whatnot. This here is all, there's like no trail. It's like I'm in the city, so it's just paved concrete that's super uneven, and you're falling over in the dark, which was another thing. We're walking dogs at the same time, so it's super dark while we're taking this walking dogs on very uneven concrete. A lot of almost falls, but no falls. A saddle between hills. Yeah, I think a saddle might be the best representation of it, because it's, you go up this way and you go down this way. So a saddle is a very good description. So hopefully I'll give some weekly weight loss updates as we go forward with weekly live streams, because I need to lose weight. 300 pounds at my age is very unhealthy. So I need to lose weight. But this week, what I'm going to be doing, I'm trying to think. Oh, something I did also this past week, what I did. I haven't got to making them into anything, but I made some sign blanks for the CNC. This here's about the max size I can cut on the CNC, unless I'm feeding it through. So grab my phone here. Ouch, that's the cord. I'm sitting on it, aren't I? Yep, I am. We're just gonna swap the camera around. So unless, like, normally I would set these, I'd set it this way, but I can also just feed it through the back and kind of what's called tiling the program. I can do that if I want to, but that's also a pain if I don't know how to do it in these current programs. So I have to. There's a lot of learning I have to do. Fine is the depth control on the machine. What the end down depth precision, if you will. I'm not sure what the most precise you can get with it. I know with just using the controller and moving it around with the controller, you can move it in increments of 0.01 millimeter. I can't remember if there's 1 or 2 O's in that. That's just 0.01 millimeter is the smallest increment you can machine in. I'm not sure if you can program something more exact than that, but that is, give or take. I mean, and that's what it says. I haven't actually taken the time to measure to make sure that it's moving, 1 millimeter every time I say move over 1 millimeter. So I haven't taken the time to actually calibrate that. I know there are videos out there for calibrating it. I just haven't taken the time to do it, because it seems like it does a pretty good job. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, for all the more I'm going to be doing with it, which is just sign work, I'm content. So there's that. I really want to go get some cheap pine boards, some 1x8 pine board, I think is what I'm going to do, because this here is 7.5 wide, and 1x8 would be about 7.5. So I want to get some 1x8s to cut at, I think I cut those at like 11, give or take. And that's only, I could go a little bit bigger if I wanted to, but then I can't use the T slots with the screws, which I'm not sure where. These, I can't use these little clamp down, these little hold downs. 11 gives me just enough room on each side to put the hold downs on. If you can etch circuit boards with it. Yes, you can. That's actually one of the things it's more or less meant for, but people want to do wood milling on it. But it is does do PCB boards relatively accurately too. So that is a thing you can do, Dave. You can also get, you can hook this up with limit switches. You can hook it up with a Z probe, so it will measure the Z depth and whatnot. You can hook it up with all that stuff. You can do quite a bit of things with the machine. It's just a matter of buying the accessories. And after running that one program, what I really want to get is a anti-vibration mat. I was looking at some on Amazon, and I'm thinking about getting one. I think it's 3 foot by 2 foot or 3 foot by 4 foot. I can't remember. So it'd pretty much cover this entire desk almost. If I knew where my tape measure went. There it is. I mean, this desk isn't a huge desk by any means. It is just under 2 foot by just over 3 foot. So it'd be a little small for it, but that's fine. And I'd put that down over the whole thing because the machine causes so much vibration that I have this little light so I can actually see what's going on. And I was playing with the hot glue gun yesterday, and I hot glued the bottom to kind of give it some more grip. But I still feel like it's going to vibrate off because I just kind of kept that there. That way I could kind of see where I was doing with lettering and whatnot, and I could chop back it off. Another thing I found out, I have 2 Stanley shop vacs. One has a small hose, one has a bigger hose. The hoses are interchangeable, so I like using the small hose for doing the CNC work. And I found out that works perfect with having the big shop vac over here. But you want these little V mills? If I can get one out. Are you talking these ones here, Dave? The little V-bits? The wee little tiny things? Is that what you're talking about? Or do you want to know how much I could... Oh, the whole machine. It was like a little under 300. With a warranty, it was like just under 300. And if you get screws, it's a little over 300. So, yeah, no, it's not unreasonable. That's what the machine's nice for people just starting out with CNCs, because it gives you something to kind of play with, get an idea of programming, get an idea of, you know, figuring out how to figure out limits and whatnot. It gives you that whole idea. It's 274. Yeah, or 2.75 CNC machines, because I never called my dad about getting a laser. I have to call him tonight, because then I can have 2 machines. Yeah, my parts machines. Yeah, like just if you get the scratched plastic parts, if the plastic's scratched, email them for 2 weeks and complain about it and complain about it and complain about it to them. Eventually they'll send you something. I've heard of them sending 1 machine, but hey, 2 machines. I'll take what I can get. I mean, I want to kind of figure out the one guy who sent back the one and say, hey, can I have the end mills and safety glasses back that you took? Since they were so poor to leave his packaging information on the machine, like complete idiots. That's kind of a bad thing to do. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That's just a joke. Just a joke. And I'm also finding out I would really like a small trash can over here. Because it's like I always have trash of some small amount over here that I'm like, oh, let me throw this out. And I look back and my trash can's all the way in the back. But unfortunately, tonight is the nicest night. It's like 65-ish out today, and it's supposed to get colder for the rest of the week. Not much colder. It's supposed to drop back down to the 50s. And it's like I don't even have energy to go out and do anything. Like I need to start. I want to with this week's pay. I want to go get some cinder blocks and set up kind of a raised garden in the back. Speaking of trash, tomorrow is dump day. I get to poke in the empty metal piles, the new metal pile offerings. Oh, that sounds fun. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to get some cinder blocks because I want to start working on the raised bed out back. I think I described to you, Dave, is I'm more or less, I'm only doing a raised bed is back there because the soil quality is so horrendous. You control the, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The soil quality back there is so horrendous you can't grow grass. I put down grass seed twice and grass won't grow. So, it's nothing will grow back in that soil. So what I want to do is more or less, yeah, it's mostly clay. That's mostly what it is. I want to take a pickaxe to the area because I don't have a rototiller. Loosen everything up a good bit, put cinder blocks around it, and then fill with garden soil. That way the roots can still break down into the ground if needed, but hopefully that garden soil, the nutrients from the garden soil will wash down into over a period of time of rain and watering. But I got my first plant for the garden today, or not today, this week, I mean. I went and bought to Sam's Club, just kind of walking around, and in one of the middle aisles I saw these seeds. They were rooted seeds, and we were looking through them, and I saw strawberries. My girlfriend goes, "You don't like strawberries?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you do." And it was a pack of strawberries. I didn't look at how many were in it, but I was just like, I'll pick them up. Worst case scenario, I'm out. It was like $12 for the seeds. And I get out to the car after I bought them, and I got 40 strawberry plants. I don't have room for 40 strawberry plants on top of planting anything else. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing with 40 strawberry plants. I'm probably only going to plant maybe 10 to 15 of them. I'm not sure because they say to plant 1 foot in all directions away. Yeah, to watch for birds. And that'll also be the nice thing with the cinder blocks is because I can do what I was thinking I can do even with them is I can stack up 2 rows of cinder blocks. As long as I don't grow anything that's going to be real high, and I can put mesh down over top, like a netting over top, and then cinder blocks on top of that. So the netting will be held in with the cinder blocks. I love cinder blocks because they're just dirt cheap. They're like $1 a piece. They might be up to like $1.50 a piece now, but still, they're relatively cheap, so I can deal with that. But I want to get this planted here soon. So hopefully this week I'll have the funds to do so. I'm more concerned about getting the soil. Bed be and still be affordable. I'm thinking like 4x8. I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to do roughly 4x8 back there. So I was going to kind of estimate it out with cinder blocks because I can't remember the exact size of a cinder block because I don't think they're 1 foot wide. So, yeah. Well, I want to plant other stuff in there too, Dave. I want to plant, I want to see about getting collard greens because I found collard green seeds 1 year at Walmart. They were, I found them. 16. Yeah, they thought they were a little over a foot. So I'd have to do the math to figure out width of making that work. But I found collard green seeds at Walmart one time. I wanted to pick them up this year, but all of the vegetable seeds were picked through when I went this year. So I didn't get any collard green seeds. And the reason I want collard greens is that's what my lizard eats. So I want to grow some fresh collard greens for my lizard. I can't do that. But I also want to see about trying some carrots and maybe potatoes or something. I don't know. Figure something out. I've never done a whole lot of gardening before. Mostly flower beds is what I've done before, so that's all. 40 inches, 3 blocks, 6 blocks, so 18 blocks per level, more or less. Yeah, that's good enough. Right? You said 3... Yeah, 18. 18 would be right. It'd work. So I'm looking about, we'll say $25, $25 to $30 per level, give or take, depending where I buy cinder blocks. I know I'm not buying them at the place that's convenient to me because they're $2 a cinder block, and I'm almost positive that Lowe's and or Home Depot and or Walmart is cheaper. Yeah, $1.50. That's what I thought they were. I thought they were about $1.50. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, they're generally roughly the same price. But the one place that's close to me and on my way home that'd be convenient for me to pick up cinder blocks, they're $2 a piece. So I'm just kind of like one of those things. I'm just like, I'll just go the way that's inconvenient for me to come home one day after work, or I'll go on a Saturday and just pick them up, because I don't really feel like, and it's probably going to be multiple trips, so I might want to do it during the week next week, because where I work, I can turn, if I turn left, it's turning right into bumper traffic that I have to, takes me a good 10, take me probably 20 minutes to get over to the Lowe's, to travel like a mile. Bit of brush. The pits to number 1, save money. Number 2, provide long-term nutrients. I could fill it with some leaves. I don't have a whole lot of branches. We mostly burnt up all of our branches, and we had one fire so far this year. Leaves are perfect. Yeah, I have a whole yard full of leaves because it's so nice out. I'll just show you. I just had to roll up my cord. The one thing that sucks about using a lapel mic, at least my lapel mic, is the absurdly long cord associated with it. Yeah. All right, that should be good enough. Just wrap that up. And let's go on a little adventure. By adventure, I mean trip to my backyard. Okay, the washer's still going. I thought my washer might have been uneven. I haven't heard it running. Okay. Someone else is back here. Oh yeah. But yeah, no, I got leaves. There's piles of leaves everywhere back here. They're just all scattered. But right where that white thing is, that's where I'm gonna kind of put my raised garden, back in that area. So hopefully I want to do like I said, roughly give or take 4x8, give or take. Also, back under here I have a double sink basin that I have for a project I will describe once I get in. Boy. There we go. Might just have to refresh. Yeah, just refresh. Oops. Refresh the stream and it should work. But that's what I get for doing a little road trip. A little journey to the backyard. Oh, Samson Farm. Looks like they were doing some gardening today. Okay, you see me? Okay, my... Alright, so Dave sees me. Kevin, do you see me? Have you tried refreshing? I know on my one screen here, my play looks fuzzy. I don't know why. I guess this is what I get for recording in a basement. I really need to route. I need to get a new Ethernet cord and route internet down here. But so you see me? Is my audio good, Dave? I forgot to ask that. Is the audio? Can you hear that? All right. Yeah. That's what happens when I take road trips, or well, little short trips to the backyard, I guess. Somewhere in between walking through the door, it just kind of went kapooey. But let me scroll back up here real quick, see what you said. Nice, fill the beds half with leaves. Best if you run the mower with a mower. I don't have a mower. Well, it's a lie. I have a mower, but it doesn't work. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I have a weed eater. That's about it. Best you run a mower with a mower first. And add dirt if it will squish down. Quarter full of leaves, I'd say. And again, even if you just have 20 little branches down in the yard and let them at the very bottom. I gotcha. Okay. You're talking. I wanted to go back. I missed those because that's when the we had a little service outage, because I don't stream off of Wi-Fi, because streaming off of Wi-Fi is actually worse than streaming off of data, which is kind of interesting to me. But I guess my Wi-Fi reception down here is not very great. What was I gonna say? That's why I always used my phone as a webcam, but you had to deal with crappy quality that was also out of sync with audio. Well, yeah. Well, I want to get that hardwired to a router that's just down here for the basement. Yeah, I could route. That's what I'm saying. I want to get a router that I'd put up like up there, like where my little container, everything up there is. I actually had one for a little while, but it was a goofy router that my cable company gave me. It wasn't actually a router, it was a booster, but you had to plug it into the cable, and I don't have an open cable outlet down here, so I couldn't do that. So I just want to get an Ethernet cable and a cheap router to throw down here just for a little bit of better Wi-Fi. I guess I shouldn't say cheap router. I've had experience with some cheap routers, and I'm not dealing with that. I want a nice, good router, I should say. I'm not afraid to pay $200 for a router. But if I got down here, then I could have Wi-Fi and run it to the laptop. Well, that's what I'm saying. A router generally also acts as an internet switch, so I can plug another Ethernet cord into there to route to my laptop. But then I'd have Wi-Fi for my phone for doing live streams. Because my Wi-Fi on my phone's like 1 bar when I'm down in the basement. I have very crappy Wi-Fi down here. Yeah, you now see where I'm putting that. And then I have that double sink basin back there, and I have a little project I want to do with that at some point. Kevin's here, and he's the perfect one to comment on it. I want to use that for possibly, I want to get some, use that as a little bit of a compost bin with worms, and use it as a worm bin. And then and then it already has the drain holes there for draining out liquids built into it. That's what I want to use that for at some point. I want to convert that to a worm bin. Yep, that was the plan. My neighbor, whenever he moved, it was in between our houses, and he's like, if you want it, take it, because I'm just going to throw it in the trash. And I was like, I'll take it. I was like, hey, it's a little free compost bin that I could hopefully, ideally, move into the basement for winter. Yeah, they do it with bathtubs. Yeah, I've seen people do it with bathtubs. Hashtag, yeah, I watched your Worms Are Easy series. Whenever I first subscribed to you, I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because I've always thought about doing a little worm compost bin, but I was just one of those things I was like, I don't feel like screwing with it. And then I got that, and I'm like, I kind of feel like screwing with it. kind of want to do it. Just kind of. But that's all in the future. It's going to take some time, so I got to clean it up, and I had to build a frame for it. So because right now it looks like it was supposed to be held together with 2 pieces of metal, one on the front, one on the back, but it's only being held together with 1 right now, and there's like one screw holding it all together, or I think 2 screws, but not in a great condition. Cardboard tea bags, bananas are like cocaine for worms. Coffee too. That's my problem. I don't drink coffee. Kevin. Tea. I do drink tea, however. So I could throw tea bags in. But I'm not a coffee guy. I am an extreme Mountain Dew-aholic, but I've never been a coffee guy. I thought it was something else. So I feel like those are all be my spring projects. Another thing I'm waiting for it to warm up just a little bit more. I wanted to get into the 70s consistently for a few days with nice sunny weather. I have the base. I don't think I showed it out there, and I'm not going back now. I have the base for my table saw / router table. It's kind of rusted, and I want to take oops. Didn't want to pull my camera. I just want to move the wire out the way. Oh, that's why it's not opening easily. I want to take, if I can find it. Here it is. I want to take this and clean up all the rust and paint it. I'm thinking painting it red or black. I'm not sure. I like the idea of painting it red. All right, let me read this here real quick. So Kevin, I have a big compost mound outside in the container. If I went to the corner store, bought a $5 worth of trout worms and threw them on the pile top, would they stick around because of the abundance of food or leave? Waste of $5. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't want to do a compost mound here. I want to do it like in a bin. Yeah, I want to do it like in a bin. I want to make like a lid for that that as well, obviously. But yeah, I want to buy. I want to not buy a lid. I want to build a lid for that, I should say. I'm probably just gonna make it out of 2x4s and some plywood. Can't imagine it cost too much. What else are my plans for this week? So I'm doing my garden. Hopefully, providing funds work out. My girlfriend should hopefully be getting her first paycheck from her new job, so that'll be a huge help. That'll be tremendous. Thinking. I might make some signs with these little blanks that I cut out of plywood. I'm not sure though. A load of cow manure in a few weeks and let the worms process it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'd start with worms. I know they make great compost, but I haven't thought of it too much. In most of the yard, snowy and others. I can work in some areas. I get lots of sun though. Yeah, that's my biggest concern back there. You mentioned the sun, Dave, or yeah, Dave. I'm worried if whatever I plant back there is not going to get enough sunlight. But we'll see. It's a trial and error thing. If it don't work, it don't work. I won't be too upset. I'll be slightly upset, but not super upset. Oh, here's a question for you guys. Strawberries, because I'm not too familiar with them. I looked them up a little bit. Are they a perennial or an annual thing? I'm pretty sure they're perennial. I'm pretty sure they grow every year. I believe. I could be wrong. Because I want to plan for future years if needed. If they grow every year and they grow back there, perfect, fine. Squash, tomato, peppers, they need a lot of sun. Yeah, like I said, I might try tomatoes, the perennial. Strawberries will fill a bed corner or corner if you let them. Oh, we'll fill the bed corner to corner if you let them, yeah. Few weeks. Yeah, I might do a slightly smaller bed back there just for strawberries because of this little mistake that I made in purchasing. That way I can separate off the strawberries and grow other stuff, because I planned on growing a couple little things, not a huge harvest of strawberries. But I don't want to be selling them to literally everyone because I have a lot of them now. Ones, but no real varieties. Cultivated varieties. Excuse me. my garden idea keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because we were looking at seeds, and we started looking at flower seeds, and my girlfriend's like, I'm like, well, would you want me to do a flower bed out front like we planned for many, many years? And she's like, yeah, that'd be nice if you did that, because she's been against it forever. And then this year she's kind of like, yeah, you should do that. So it's like my gardening this year has gone from 0 to, well, let's just convert all of the grass area, the dirt area of our property into garden. That's what it feels like. I personally do not cook with a lot of herbs and spices. Sometimes, it depends what I'm making. I might look into some herbs. I would say a strap of variety of herbs right down the middle of the bed, and strawberries all the way around. Well, now what I'm thinking with the strawberries is maybe, like I said, doing a slightly smaller bed, like adjacent to the or perpendicular to the other bed, and make it like a little corner plot, but separating it off completely at the same time. That way the strawberries, they have their own little space. I don't have to worry about them growing into the other garden, and leave them there to grow annually. Basil, thyme, oregano, sage, dill, rosemary, chives. You could fill it up fast. And those are all things that I do use. Now that you met, I read that list, like, hey, I do use those. We'll see. We're gonna see, because I've never done gardening before, so, or like, well, at least with vegetables. So I'm interested to see how everything turns out. My girlfriend wanted to get grape. Yeah, she wanted to get grapes, and I was just kind of like, I don't feel like growing grapes. I don't feel like growing grapevines. I feel like they need more sun too. Herbs are easy. Few are perennials. Yeah. I was thinking about getting I can't think what they're called. The big planter boxes that you hang off the side of a banister. I was thinking about getting one of those to put up on my back porch for herbs a couple years ago, but I never made it. We made a bunch of them out of ACM down at the shop one year. I wanted to make myself one, but I never got the measurements and never figured out how to attach it to my thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to do it right off the side of the banister, just have a easy to get to thing. And then we made them. They were pretty deep. They were about a foot deep, I think. So it had plenty of room for roots too, which was nice. A window box outside the window at the sink. Well, my sink actually has a window, but it's not to the outside. It's to the dining room. When we first moved in, I joked with my girlfriend. I said, "Hey, I have a sandwich window." Just as a joke, because she don't make me sandwiches, but I thought it was a funny joke when we moved in. My roommate thought so too. Washer's done. Oh, here's another fun story for tonight. I was very excited. Here's another thing I want to grow. I want to grow green beans. I want to grow my own green beans. But I was going to make canned green beans and potatoes in the crock pot. I got the can of potatoes out, and then I couldn't find the can of green beans, because we just bought all this stuff Saturday. And we just buy canned diced potatoes, the green cans of green beans, and we get a package of diced ham. And I just throw that all in the crock pot, let it heat up. Once it's hot, serve. And if it's going to make plenty of leftovers, we were going to invite the neighbors over. I was going to have leftovers. If they want to take leftovers, they could take leftovers. I was going to make a big pot. And I couldn't find the green beans. I kept looking, and then we have two full tubs of litter in the kitchen just because we ran out of storage, and the kitchen tends to be our overflow area. And I saw a bag, and that was the last bag I checked. I was like, oh, awesome. I opened it up. I saw the cans of green beans, and below them, I saw our package of ham. So the ham's no good. So now I guess I'm making frozen pizza for dinner. Bush beans are small, knee-high. Pole beans need trestles. Pole beans make more beans per plant. Trouble with pests / beans except squirrels / chipmunks. I'm not sure if I have a lot of squirrels, to be honest. I know at my mom's there's a lot of squirrels, but out here in the city, I'm not sure if there's a lot of squirrels. I know we have some deer. I've never seen them make it to the back alley back there. They're always out in the front street, in front of the house, but I've never seen them out in the back alley. I know we have a raccoon problem. And we have a stray cat problem. But I'm not sure about squirrels. If it was my choice, honestly, I would cut that tree back there. I would just cut it down. Because it's just in the way in my small backyard. And then I'd go halvesies to get the neighbor's tree cut down. Because it's also a nuisance. And then I would have firewood forever. And ever, and ever, and ever. Oh. We might be moving to bad mic quality here. That, or it's my phone telling me, hey, you've been streaming for an hour. My phone just went to 15%, but I don't feel like stopping the stream. I'm having fun talking. What was I going to do? Oh, I was talking about I wanted to make some signs this week. I want to make a video with the CNC. I didn't want to film the video with the sign I made for girlfriend's family, just because, like I've shared the picture on content creators, I don't want to give out names because it had a bunch of names on it. It was a very personal sign, so I didn't want to share that. But I do want to make some other signs. I don't make videos on them. If I'm lucky. I'm not going to get to it this weekend. Oh. I just noticed something on my machine that's wrong. I've seen some people post about this on the CNC forum for Facebook. I keep wanting to just flip it around. I have this little tool. So this here's a bearing block for the Z-axis. It popped out of place. It's supposed to be like adhered in there and forced in there. So that's nice. I have to watch that now. I've seen some other people complain about that. I'm not sure if it's going to come back out or not. But that's a pain. How lovely is that? I just looked over and happened to notice that. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, I'll get some time to make some stuff. Because I want to do kind of a live stream, working on the signs. I want to like do a video on me actually cutting and engraving them, because that's probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of work doing 3 signs, engraving them, not cutting anything fancy, not, using my nice 1/8 inch end mills that I haven't touched. Yeah, no, if you want a PCB mill, that's kind of what this was meant for, Dave. So I would, if you want to try it for $300, take a shot. I mean, for me, it's worked great for doing wood. There is just a lot of vibration with it because it's not really meant to go too fast. Gerber files. Do you mean Gerbil? Do you mean GRBL? Is that what you mean, Gerbil? I don't know what you mean by Gerber files. I need some explanation on that. I'm not sure. Nope, it's the PCB term. The use Gerbers usually to send to the mill house. I have no clue. I have no clue. I don't know what those are, so. Yeah, I have no clue. That's something I can't answer for you. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was bored the other night and I tried making a rubber mat out of some hot glue. And that's what I keep fiddling with, this little piece of hot glue. I tried to make an anti-vibration mat out of hot glue. I wasted like 5 sticks of hot glue before I was like, yeah, I don't see this working very well, and I just like got rid of it. Okay, I think my all right, my phone's about to die. I think I'm on 5% now. So I guess my phone is telling me just end the live stream. So I will see you guys hopefully next week. Hopefully I will have a project video with some sign work, maybe, if I'm lucky. But other than that, I have no other real big plans this week. So you guys have a good one.